Joining us now on Indiana in the Morning on WCCS is Aaron Dunbar with A Wish for Giants. And Aaron, thanks a lot for joining us on the show today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, so what is your role with this film?
I was the producer. I wrote the story, the original story, A Wish for Giants, which started out as a novel and ended up being a movie.
Excellent. Now, let's ask this, because I have seen the trailer, and it looks awesome. It looks like it's a great story. The film premiere's coming up pretty soon, isn't it?
Yes, that's this Saturday at Kowalczyk Convention and Athletics Complex.
Okay, so it's going to be in the auditorium then?
At Toretti Auditorium, yes.
Excellent. All right, and what time is it going to get underway?
We have 3 show times to try to accommodate everybody. It's 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 7 o'clock.
Excellent, excellent. Now, who did you work with when this movie was pitched, I guess? Who did you work with studio-wise for this movie?
Well, it was a production crew called Spruce Films, spearheaded by Don Swanson.
Talk about working with that crew.
Well, it was interesting. I'd never worked with a film crew. I had never had any experience with doing a movie before this. So it was all new to me, but it was very enlightening to see how things are done.
You mentioned that you wrote the book that this film is based on. Did you have to adapt it to a screenplay as well?
Yes. Screenplay and novel are way different. Mm-hmm. I come to find out that was also part of my learning curve, was learning to write a screenplay. And because a novel, you have to create the image in the reader's mind. And you can use unlimited pages, whereas a screenplay, roughly 1 page equates to a minute of film time.
Mm-hmm. So you have to do things, I guess, in order, and you can also have actions that can be seen on the film.
Exactly. You have the benefit of a picture and an actor and a director telling the actor what to do, and obviously then you can retake as many times till you get what you need.
All right. So A Wish for Giants, if I remember the trailer correctly, is about a young person whose wish is to go Bigfoot hunting.
Well, yeah, it's a young girl with an inoperable brain tumor, and she's referred to a wish-granting entity, and her wish is to find Bigfoot. And the premise behind that is if she can find Bigfoot, she thinks she can beat cancer. She's probably right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, we hear about these stories of wish kids all the time, and the kids who have their wishes granted, their lives are made that much happier, I think, also. So I imagine you did a lot of research when you were writing the book about these wish-granting organizations.
Yes. In fact, I worked with Make-A-Wish out of Pittsburgh, mm-hmm. and we emailed sometimes even daily as I was writing the novel, because when I approached them back in 2015 about writing the novel, I shared my idea, and they said, well, if you want to use our name, please make sure the story goes, at least our part of the story goes as we conduct our business, mm-hmm. which means, the proper terms, like we weren't to say life-threatening medical condition is what they like you to say, as opposed to terminal illness, et cetera, because it's all about uplifting and
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Having worked with Make-A-Wish up in Punxsutawney, helping to raise funds for them for several years, I know a little bit about those procedures and terms that you talked about. Let's talk about the cast of this film. Who's involved in this?
Well, we had about 89 students for extras for the initial scene. The opening scene was a playground scene, and none of these children had speaking roles. It was just
mm-hmm.
shot of children on a playground. But then additionally, we had about 30 cast members that were...
So about 30 speaking roles?
Yeah, approximately.
Okay. And your lead actress, I think she is the lead, that is the worker with or the wish-granting organization, we'll say. In the trailer that I saw, she was delivering a pretty powerful performance.
Yeah, she did. Nasa Altmeyer played Sophie, the wish volunteer, and she did a terrific job bringing that part to life.
Talk about some of the other cast members.
Yeah, we had Sophie was the main character, and the movie is basically told through her eyes. But we also have the Wish Girl, which is played by Alexa Meckling, and her name is Roxy Madison in the film. And also there's Connor McLean, who plays Derek, I guess our resident bad guy. He's a fame-hungry classmate of Sophie's who proposes a deceptive interference.
There is the story of the villain in there, so that's going to be fun. And talk about the young lady who is playing, the young person who is playing the Wish Child in this.
Alexa Meckling plays Roxy Madison, and she does a super job. She has a little bit of experience with acting. You wouldn't know from her performance that she didn't have a lot of experience because she really did well.
Have you got a lot of response from that trailer?
Yeah, we have. We've, depending on which site, I think there's about 13,000 views and all thumbs up.
That's pretty good. Any plans to take this film outside of Indiana, maybe like the independent film circuit?
The director, Don Swanson, he has already submitted it to 11 different film festivals. We've got accepted to one
Excellent.
so far. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And my original mission was to play the film to benefit Make-A-Wish, and we're going to be playing it at different theaters in Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia.
That's cool. So like a road show almost.
Yes.
Excellent. We're talking with Aaron Dunbar, who is the producer of A Wish for Giants, which is a film that's going to make its debut at the KCAC this Saturday night and this Saturday afternoon as well. Aaron, talk about, I guess, the process of filmmaking from your perspective. Did it seem tedious? Did it seem like it was going fast? What was it like for you seeing it from behind the scenes?
Well, I mean, it was, like I said, initially I didn't know anything about filming, so I just kind of observed and tried to watch the process and learn as much as I could. But it definitely didn't move fast. It took us 10 months to shoot everything.
Wow.
So because we had an all-volunteer cast and crew, and thanks to all of them, because without them we couldn't have done it. But we had to shoot on weekends and certain days. We had to work around everybody else's schedule.
Mm-hmm. And probably had to work on around the schedules of your locations as well.
Yeah, we did.
Because you mentioned the first scene is on a playground, so you kind of had to make sure that was cleared out.
And additionally, the storyline starts in fall and it ends the next summer, so we had to jive with the seasons as well.
Yeah, so you had to be accurate as far as that was concerned. Were there any big problems outside of that on set? I mean, did Bigfoot show up for a cameo?
Well, we could have hoped for that, but unfortunately, a real Bigfoot did not show up. We had to sort of rely on the script, I guess, and we stuck with that.
Okay, that's fine. So this film is to raise awareness for these wish-granting organizations like Make-A-Wish,
Mm-hmm.
and again, it's based on your knowledge of it and also the research that you gleaned off of that. But talk about, I guess what I'm getting to is how much the cast and the crew got a chance to learn about Make-A-Wish and these organizations as well.
Well, I think everybody got a nice exposure to Make-A-Wish when December 16th we went to the Mullen Robinson Make-A-Wish Greater Pennsylvania and West Virginia chapter. Invited us down to the mall for their annual fundraiser.
Yeah,
and nearly all the cast and crew showed up.
Wow.
And there was about 20 some of us there, and it was a blessing.
All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and give people the particulars once again, so they get a chance to see the film. It is A Wish for Giants, and it is going to be at the KCAC. What times again on Saturday?
1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m.
And if they want to see the trailer that we've been talking about, where can they go?
You can go to our website, awishforgiants.com, or our Facebook page, which is A Wish for Giants-movie.
And we're going to ask, is there going to be any admission for the premiere?
Yes, the admission is $11.
But that's going to go to Make-A-Wish?
Of the $11, $2 goes to Make-A-Wish due to advertising costs, and plus we had to rent the facility.
Oh, well, that's fine, though. I mean, you're still making a contribution. That is excellent.
There will also be a wishing well there for people who want to make a direct contribution to Make-A-Wish.
Mm-hmm. Well, knowing the Make-A-Wish Foundation, like I think I do from my experience, I know you're going to be doing great, and I have high hopes for the film. I hope it does well. So, Aaron, thank you very much for joining us today on Indiana in the Morning. All the best to you, the cast and the crew, and everybody. Please give them our best, and we wish you lots of luck. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.